All right, as we're starting to lose daylight on this transformation here, I want to give everybody a look, start sharing our journey as we start to convert this bedroom into our 3D and laser studio. As you can see, we have a mess. This is not really day one. What thought it would be a good thing to share and get comments. Now this room color was already this color. You can see that when you move a child out of a room, there's a lot of nail holes, losing daylight, sorry for the glare. And it is dim. We want to get a quick capture because lighting is key. There's a little closet in here. Now this one does have light. So we're going to use that for storage. But really wanted to talk about these lights. You can see up here that I've cut a lot of holes. The lights that we had before was this Mr. Krusty, this old ceiling fan that was in here with these little chandelier type bulbs, which didn't have put a whole lot of light. So as you can see up here on the ceiling, I think when you start figuring out lights is have a general idea of your layout that you're going to have. So we ended up cutting holes and running wires. So really day one and day two. We're into day three now. Well, I'm sorry. This is day two of trying to finish up the electrical so we can go in and paint the ceiling. You can see all these little marks because I think layout when you're dealing with lighting is very important, especially before you start cutting big 6-inch holes in your roof or your ceiling, excuse me. And you can see here, we're going to have to repaint these ceilings. That's the old ceiling fan fixture and go around. So how much stuff you ever laid something like this out before? How about comment down below. We're going to kind of take you on this journey as we get everything hooked up and lighted. And these lights here came from, we got these from Amazon. It was a pack of 12, and they're actually under $100 for this recessed ceiling light. Now these are Bluetooth operated, and you can see the light itself is not really anything special. You got a cable, you saw them hanging up there, and they're meant to be canless, so you don't have to have a ceiling can. They do make ones that you have a can. We don't have cans, and it's kind of difficult to get up in their attic to the area. And then they have these little connection boxes for your electrical. So you bring your electrical in on the side, connect your wires, and then this would connect to the light. These are really set up, you can see here, for like a BX style cable. And you knock them out, put your connectors in there. We end up running Romex. So check with your local electrical codes. Hire you a good electrician if you are not one yourself. It comes with some paperwork, and we'll kind of go over that once we get them all hooked up and show you how the Bluetooth operation works. I suppose they're going to change colors and do LEDs, but as you can see here, there was never a light here before. In this little cubby hole, you can see we already started bringing some shelves and all in here, trying to figure out how we're going to lay things out. And as you can see, there's a lot of electrical. We'll do a video on electrical as well, but this room already had plenty of outlets. You can see here we've added some independent circuits for the thing. So we're going to be putting a lot of things in here, but wanted to give you this is like step one. So next step is we're going to go in here, we're going to paint the ceiling. As you can see all the tick marks because I had these lights in multiple locations. Like they were going to be here, then they're going to be here, and trying to get the spacing and everything to look right. So layout is key because if you're looking down the line here, you want to make sure that they're in line, be aesthetically pleasing. Same way here. So in this particular application, we ended up adding 9 recessed lights. As you get older like we are, you're going to have difficulty seeing. So there's never too much light. And these are dimmable. And we're getting to play with them a little bit later. They are wired back to the original switch. This was a light switch and fan switch here, the way this was wired. This had some old data connection that we're not using. And So next step tonight, there's a few of the printers here that are been sitting in storage. There's Todd and Hank and Barry. They're just waiting in domicile. There's gonna be a lot more in here. So anyway, how about comment down below? What do you think? You got any questions on these type of lights? You think this is gonna work? You be on Amazon? Do you think I'll put too many marks on the ceiling? It's kind of hard to see. We are losing daylight, so we'll be painting the ceilings tomorrow, and then we'll get finish up the lighting, and then we'll start going around and touching up these walls. We can see how we had the kids had nail holes. Went around and patched them and sanded them. Went and got some color match paint because we haven't had this paint in many, many years, and marks and blemishes and things like that. And then, you know, how about our storage in here? We're going to talk about storage and how to keep things. You know, this is a very small closet. You know, may or may not remove this door just because we're going to be storing filament and laser printing materials and vinyl printing type things. This is all of the women in my life are very arts and craft orientated, so they painted this in this closet many moons ago. So we're going to retain that, just touch up where they had some clothes hanger pieces and all of that. And there's going to be some shelves in here. The room is all hardwood floored. The whole house is hardwood flooring. So there is a little bit of an echo in here. We'll talk more about what we did with these storage areas down here that are up under there. And of course, you know, the window's looking out and a window over here. So that's the only light we have right now. But stay tuned as we go into what our next steps are with our lighting upgrade